Let's turn to a conversation that we have every Friday evening that has to do with fitness, your physical and mental fitness. And we do this conversation or these conversations because we want to ensure that you are fit and you are happy so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor because you work so hard for the money that you earn. We're going to be talking about yoga today and specifically what you can do at your workplace because a lot of you are returning to work. Namita Piparaiya, the founder of Yoganama, is joining in to have this conversation with me. Thank you so much, Namita, for taking the time. Now, things are slowly but surely returning back to normal, and I think a lot of us are happy with that. But what would you say are things that people can do when they return to the workplace to sort of keep themselves active?
Absolutely, Alex. Two things that are very particular, that are very important for people as they're returning to their workspaces. Some gentle stretches and movement to release tension and stiffness that tends to accumulate during the day, especially when you spend a lot of time on the computer. And second is, of course, breathing exercises. And there's a whole variety of them which can be customized for your needs, whether it is frustration or anxiety or fatigue, or you feeling very dull. For each one of them, we can have a breathing practice which can help you recover and get back to your day with a greater productivity and motivation.
Okay, great. So let's break this up. And, you've spoken about it in the past. You've said that yoga is a great practice to have. If you were to focus on the upper body first, what are the stretches that you can do there?
Yes. Number one, I think the most important one is to activate the spine. And I'm going to demonstrate that as well. And that is going to be cat-cow, which is flexion extension of the spine. So I'm going to just move back so I can demonstrate as I'm talking about it so people can relate to exactly what we are discussing. So cat-cow is very effective to recharge the nervous system and also to just get the energy flowing again. And it's very simple to do. You're sitting at your desk, your hands above your knees. As you inhale, you lift up, look up, create a curve in the back. And as you exhale, round the spine, bringing the chin to chest. So inhale. And again, this is a movement that we coordinate with the breath. You don't have to do it really fast. You just have to do it as per the pace of your breath. So that's cat-cow, and that's, I think, a good beginning. And Alex, would you like me to show a couple more?
Yes, definitely.
And the next one is a seated side bend. It's also called a crescent moon or a half moon pose. And for that, what we're going to do is you can take your hands up, grab one wrist with the other, and just lean over to the side as you also look up. So this not only helps you rejuvenate the spine, it also helps release some of the accessory breathing muscles. And if you want to get some core in it as well, you take your hands behind like this and then over to one side with balance and control as much as you can move to the other. And this is very versatile because what you can also do is grab hold of the chair for some support and then come into a side bend. Now you focus on breathing into this part of the chest, your side body, your coastal muscles. And exhale. So this releases some tightness in the muscles which help you breathe. And if you do it on both sides for, let's say, 5, this is another variation, 5 to 6 breaths. You will notice the work of breathing or the effort of breathing reduces. If you were sighing a lot during the day or feeling like you can't get a complete breath, these kind of stretches can be helpful. So we did forward and backward bending with cat-cow, side bending, and we're going to also look at twist. So very good way to twist is simply keep your feet and legs as they are and use the backrest of the chair to help you twist and look over to one side. And this is one, if you want to add a little bit of lower body as well, you bring the right foot, your right leg on top of the left, use your elbow to press it back and keep turning. Important thing to note, and I'm going to show it sideways as we do this, is that you do not collapse into the posture around your spine or do anything that's not comfortable. So take your time, see how much you can twist today and breathe into that posture. The more that you can twist, the nicer you will feel, but you have to be mindful of your capacity because we don't want to aggravate a joint. So these were some of the upper body postures that we can do. I'll add one more because shoulders and pectoralis muscles tend to be tight because we're often in this position. So it's fairly simple. You take your hands back, roll the shoulders back, and then lift the hand up as far away as you can. This may not be comfortable for some, and I'm going to share a variation, but let me finish this posture. We're going to move into reverse namaskar. From here, you can even grab hold of the elbows, and let me turn around. Here we go. So for those who are comfortable, you can grab hold of the elbows, and eventually you can also move into what we call reverse namaskar. And if this feels challenging, then I have a very good technique to help you open up the shoulders. For that, we need a belt. I'm going to quickly grab one. So here's a yoga belt. All you have to do is, it could be a regular belt, it could be a dupatta or a stole or whatever is handily available to you right now. What you have to do is hold it at a comfortable distance, whatever distance is comfortable enough for you to take the hands all the way back and then bring it forward. And let me show it sideways. So what we're doing is taking the hands all the way back and forward. If you notice, I'm not bending the elbow. I'm not creating any slack in the belt. And this is the part which is going to be most challenging because that's where the muscles really stretch. So people will tend to do this or, pull the shoulders or compensate with the lower back. We want to avoid that. Think of your back as a straight element, not something with the curve, and widen the belt as much as you need to. And this is a very good way. It's called shoulder flossing. You can do 10 to 20 of these, maybe twice a day, and this will help open up the shoulders for this kind of movement. So that's the summary of our upper body stretches that
Absolutely.
You can easily do while at your desk.
Namita, you've described various options that we can consider. But in the last couple of minutes that we have in this program, could you tell us how each of those will benefit us? What areas or groups of muscles are they targeted at?
Absolutely. So Alex, because we focus on the upper body, we are looking at two benefits. One is obviously our posture, which tends to become hunched and shoulders tend to become rounded. That has a dual impact. One, on our mood, because our mood and motivation levels reduce as our posture starts closing. And it also makes it difficult for us to access complete lung capacity. So the double benefits are, one, once the posture is more upright because we're stretching out the pecs, we're releasing the lats, we are finding more space in the lungs. So we get a better mood, better cognitive skills as well, and we have more focus and concentration while ensuring that the posture is not overloaded on one side, which can cause pain, discomfort, neck pain, shoulder pain, and even tension headaches. So these are a few, but it's not limited. Yoga helps in multiple ways because it works on the body, on the breath, on the mind, on the nervous system as a whole. So those were the few reasons that I would highly recommend moving the body in those ways, along with the breath awareness.
Absolutely. And I'm going to certainly practice at least a few of those poses that you've shown us. Right. Thank you so much for taking the time. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you, Alex. Likewise.